Wisdom, the final frontier to true knowledge. Welcome to Wisdom Trek, where our mission is to create a legacy of wisdom, to seek out discernment and insights, to boldly grow where few have chosen to grow before. Hello, my friend. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your captain on our journey to increase wisdom and create a living legacy. Thank you for joining us today as we explore wisdom on our second millennium of podcast. This is day 1424 of our trek, and it is time for Meditation Monday. Taking time to relax, refocus, and reprioritize our lives is crucial in order to create a living legacy. For you, it may be time alone for quiet reflection, or you may utilize some sort of structured meditation practices. In my life, meditation includes reading and reflecting on God's Word and in prayer. It is a time to renew my mind, refocus on what is most important, and making sure that I am nurturing my soul, mind, and body. As you come along with me on our trek each Meditation Monday, it is my hope and prayer that you too will experience a time of reflection and renewing of your mind. On our meditation for today, let's reflect on what are you known for? I read a story where a Buddhist was asked, what do Christians do that makes them stand out in a crowd? The answer was short and straightforward. They argue. I know, it sounds unfair, but it is an honest perspective from an outside observer, and it is worth a little bit of a discussion today. I do sense an overabundance of arguments in our culture. In this season of heated political debate, and the experts everywhere sharing their views on the pandemic, arguments seem to be everywhere. The impact of negative ads, half-truth accusations, character assassinations, and name-calling is so pervasive. The people who jump to conclusions and speak judgment and condemnation get too much media attention. In fact, many times they are the media. And in its aftermath, we don't see any apologies or corrections, even when the news stories are proven wrong. The goal is to win an argument, not telling the truth. If we are to believe the news media, we have become a dismantling culture. We have taken intolerance, being adult bullies, and name-calling to a whole new level. Every few minutes, it seems, there are sound bites and headlines that sows division and discord on every side. You soon realize that every news segment or many social media posts are there just to continue its argument. It's all about being right or being loud. I no longer watch any news services on a regular basis, nor do I invest much time on social media for the same reason. It really isn't easy to find news shows that explore values, listen to ideas, accept differences in opinion, challenges me to think outside the box, and validates people in the process. If your conversation were a newscast or a talk show, what would it be like? You can't have all the right answers and still be wrong in your approach. I'm tired of news segments programmed for argument. I want something more. I need something more. As a Christ follower, I want my identity to be based on something different than anger. I want to read books, visit websites, listen to music, and engage in media that leaves me a better person. I am a Christian and I want to be known for the way I treat people, the way I listen and learn and dig deep into their lives. I want to find the good in people I talk with, even if I disagree with them. I want to be like Jesus, who could change the subject and heal the soul. It is time for Christians in the U.S. and throughout the world to write a new story, to change the public narrative. It's time to bury the argumentative identification and raise a new one. It's time to be known as listeners, as followers, as healers, and peacemakers. It's time to invade the impossible. We need to tell the skeptics of Christianity, I want to change your perception of Christians. I want to show something different. Will you let me? Jesus proclaimed that their love for people would be how Christians are known. In John 13, verse 35, your love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples. I think it's time for this prediction to come true. Only God's Spirit can do that within us. If we let Him, the Spirit will tear labels off and eliminate our snap judgments. God will open our eyes to see beyond the distortions and struggles. He will show us the vulnerable humans inside our skin and the skin of those that we don't know yet. Many of us have tried to do this on our own, and it has proven to be a failure. On our own, our voice grows harsh and caustic and arrogant. Then after a while, God is no longer shining through us. What are you known for? Are you good at argument, but struggle with listening? I mean, really listening. Are you trying to do God's job? And how's that working out for you? Make a list of people you know who you have labeled caustic and troublemakers. Pray for God's forgiveness and ask the Spirit to take over. He is ready to work a miracle, both in your life and in the lives of others. Ask Him to transform your heart first. Ask His Spirit to turn you into a seer of good in others. You will never win an argument. You can only influence others to change their own thinking. And that will never happen until you first change your thinking. Romans chapter 12 verse 2 tells us, "Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect." Let me share once again John chapter 13 verse 35. "Your love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples." And that's a wrap for today's meditation. Next week we will continue on our trek on Meditation Monday as we take time to reflect on what is most important in creating our living legacy. On tomorrow's trek we will explore another wisdom quote. This 3-minute wisdom supplement will assist you on becoming healthy, wealthy, and wise each day. Thank you for joining me for this trek that we call life. And encourage your friends and family to join us. And then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. If you'd like to listen to any of the past 1,423 daily treks or read the daily journals, they are all available at wisdom-trek.com. And I encourage you to subscribe to Wisdom Trek on your favorite podcast player so that each day will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.